March 8, 2014. A warm night in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. A massive Boeing 777 stands ready at the gate, bathed in airport lights. This aircraft, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, is set to carry 239 souls across the South China Sea, heading toward Beijing. For Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and his co-pilot Farik Hamid, it's just another routine flight. But as passengers settle in, unaware of what's to come, they couldn't have known they'd be part of one of the greatest mysteries in modern aviation history. At 12:41 a.m., MH370 takes off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. At first, everything seems normal. The plane climbs to its cruising altitude of 35,000 feet, and it enters the hands of air traffic controllers as it glides toward Beijing. But as it approaches Vietnamese airspace, something strange happens. At 1:19 a.m., Captain Zahari radios his final words to Malaysian Air Traffic Control. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Moments later, the flight disappears from radar. As minutes tick by, air traffic controllers try to make contact with MH370. The plane is simply gone. With no warning, no distress call, no signal, just gone. Hours later, the world wakes up to headlines blaring about the missing aircraft. The authorities scramble. Within hours, search teams from Malaysia, Vietnam, China, and other nations start scouring the waters along the flight path. Despite these efforts, there's no sign of the plane, no wreckage, no distress call, nothing. The world is left in shock and confusion. In the absence of concrete information, theories begin to swirl. Was it a hijacking, mechanical failure, or something even more sinister? Investigators begin to scrutinize the backgrounds of the crew, especially Captain Zahari, known to be skilled but also a private man. In particular, the theory of pilot suicide catches media attention. Did Zahari deliberately steer the plane off course? But there's no clear evidence to support this theory. Zahari's colleagues and family insist he would never harm his passengers. As the days turn into weeks, the search expands. Inmarsat, a satellite communications company, reveals a crucial piece of information. They had received pings from MH370 for hours after it vanished. Using a technique known as Doppler analysis, Inmarsat calculates two possible paths, one heading north toward Kazakhstan, the other south toward the Indian Ocean. The southern route leads investigators to the vast, desolate Indian Ocean, one of the deepest, most remote regions on Earth. If MH370 had ended up here, any search would be like finding a needle in a haystack. In April 2014, a multinational team starts scouring the Indian Ocean. Advanced sonar technology scans the depths for signs of debris. Weeks turn into months. Still, the search yields no answers. Then, in July 2015, hope appears on a distant shore. On Reunion Island, thousands of miles from the original search area, a piece of a Boeing 777 wing, known as a flaperon, washes up on shore. This piece is confirmed to be from MH370. The debris suggests a high-speed impact with the water, but how and why the plane ended up here remains unknown. Over the next few years, more fragments from MH370 are discovered on islands scattered across the Indian Ocean. Investigators follow these new leads, yet no conclusive evidence emerges. As years pass, families and friends of the passengers cling to hope but are tormented by unanswered questions. Conspiracy theories emerge. Some claim MH370 was hijacked by unknown agents. Others believe the plane was shot down by military forces. But none of these theories hold enough weight without more evidence. In the absence of answers, the world speculates. A pilot experiment simulates possible crash scenarios, suggesting the plane may have glided into the ocean rather than crashing outright. However, without the main wreckage or black boxes, we can only guess at the plane's final moments. But the world remains divided. Did the plane glide into the ocean? Was it a controlled ditching? Or did it spiral down in a high-speed descent? We may never know. With more than a decade past, MH370 remains a haunting enigma. For the families, it is a scar that time has not healed. Though most of the world has moved on, for those directly affected, the mystery remains painfully alive. The truth about MH370 may be lost to the depths of the ocean, or perhaps somewhere out there lies a clue that will one day reveal what happened on that fateful night. MH370, a tragedy, a mystery, a lesson about the limits of technology and human resilience, and a question, will we ever find the truth? Super dedicated to the lives lost and their families.